Come on in. First time in? Yeah, let me buy you a soda. I still have to restock for today. I'm trying to show off my beverage selection. I don't know how long you've known me, but I worked at a chain locally for 25 years. The first 20 years we had a lot of fun with it. We took it from 3 stores to 20 stores, put ourselves online and designed our own systems, and generally made it such an attractive package that we started getting bought out in 2000. First by a company that was going bankrupt and using us to kind of cushion their fall. So there was a little bit of blowback reputation-wise for me in having to implement policies I didn't agree with or think were good ideas, but you know, I managed. And several more, well, 2 more buyouts ensued. The latest being like 2005, 1 year before I retired. And I retired with 1 year seniority as Rookie Manager of the Year for my district in a chain of over 1,000 stores. 25 years in retail, that's not the taste I wanted to have in my mouth. So I decided to take a cheap sublease, even though I could ill afford it, and eventually I have to get health insurance. The sublease offered me maybe 6 months to repair the imagined damage to my imagined reputation and have some fun with the local people I used to have a lot of fun with. Generally introduce the old hippies to the young hippies, I guess is the short version of it. So, one of the things I'm doing is acting out a few retail fetishes. Tax included is one of them. Always liked tax included. Generally like it as a surprise at the end of a transaction, but I found that's kind of unwieldy, so everything in the store is tax included. This rack here is $4, tax included. These here, as indicated, $8, tax included. You can mix and match vinyl and CD here. 3 for $20 on the $8 thing, once again, tax included. Neil, what's going on?
Oh, nothing and everything.
I just had to, come on in. You know, I have to explain this place so many times to everybody that I'm just filming it now. And so what I'm going to have is people just watch the goddamn thing. See what I'm saying?
I was going to say, there was no
Neil,
direction in the article last
Neil
week.
Miller, you've been in and out of here several times.
Yeah.
And you still don't know what's going on here, do you?
I'm getting an idea.
Yeah. Oh, this thing has precedence locally. Let's talk about the Green Lance, which is some place I just learned about.
Oh.
The Green Lance preceded the Paquin Street Cafe, Lindsay's
Yes.
Green Lance. So that was a place, as I remember, Paquin Street Cafe was Frank Phillips sat down at my table when he took my order, which was the first back then. That was kind of
Well, you're going back to the days of the Green Lance with the Agora.
What's that?
The Agora House.
What's that?
And the Agora House was where Jack's was, where by the Methodist Church there in Stowaway. And it was beatniks at the hip in the late 50s and early 60s. 68, I was playing there with a trio, and Arlo Guthrie was bussing tables.
Really? Get out.
Yes, but I'm just saying. And,
So everywhere.
And the Green Lance, my memories of it is being thrown out of it.
Oh, still hurts, huh? After all. See, that's what I mean lately is I pull a little thread, you know, like faces closing down, and you know, it just reverberates. You know, like you just everybody has a little.
Dennis
tangent
of Harvest was a student teacher, and I had him as a student teacher back in the 60s. And then he was the one, his first bar restaurant was the Old Green Lance.
Really? And that was on Hit and Paquin?
Yeah.
Cool. But
If I remember right. It's you're talking 40 years ago, too.
you've been much more useful with the, and you've been really good with the music. Neil's provided me with some great music, and in fact, it's time to get you back on the show again. Bob Pruitt, unfortunately, already left.
Yeah.
And also, I want to get filled in on the Dalai Lama Orchestra stuff.
Well, we're going to be doing another thing in September.
Hey, people are still dropping this stuff off. You should really take a look through this. It's like,
Coco Taylor. I was at that one. The Coco Taylor concert.
yeah, this one here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's the Sandwich Festival at the Greenlands. I talked to Smokey about that last week on the
Yes.
phone. He remembered it.
Uh-huh. Hereford Drive, that was Bob Pruitt's.
Now it's Barry Hibden. Red Boots bought it.
Okay.
It's the great one sentence story, funny story for locals of all time. Barry Hibden's a young guy, a great producer, and produced a lot of. Was in a rock band, etc., etc. Decided to move his studio. Found the studio or a place for a studio up on Hereford Drive. Knew nothing about the Pruitts, nothing. Even though he's from Jeff City, knew nothing about anybody. Moved in, started operation. One day Bob shows up. Just picture it. That's it. That's the end of the story right there. Isn't that funny? Bob shows up. And Barry said simply, he blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Of course he did.
My baby wants mansions and a diamond ring, big fine car, everything. I'm a natural born lover. I'm a natural born lover. Tell me, babe, which one of us would you rather? Now all them luxury don't mean a thing. You should get yourself a real good man. 'Cause I'm a real born lover. That's right. A natural born lover. Tell me, babe, which one of us would you rather? Tell all right, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Let's talk about continuity too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing here. Gladstone's is gone effectively. Okay, boom. I mean, out of memory, like it's wiped. So when kids come in here that are making flyers like this for me and telling me, "Hey, this is you with tits," which is the biggest compliment I've had. This guy dropping this flyer off. And you've made it. Well, that he doesn't know that Gladstone's existed. It was just as crazy as this. Remember?
Moved in, he's
Can I
bought
get
it.
that? Get that. I get this every day. I love people looking, and not coming. But I love that. I like people coming up to the door and not coming in. This is all anti-retail. This is really, and what do people want anymore? How the fuck do they shop, really? You can smoke that in here.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, sure. Come on in. Yeah, so we don't live. We also have the honor system here. Another thing they're not used to: smoking indoors. We won't be allowed to do this much longer. Look around. We're just making a little explanation of the place, so you'll.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you, before you leave, a sampler. I stock what I like that's new, and I keep it over here. There's also some basic repertory in here, like David Crosby's "If I Could Only Remember My Name" or Fleetwood Mac's "Then Play On." Everyone should own these albums,
Right.
And I mixed them together. Then I have all the locals I mentioned, and so I put out a sampler every couple weeks. I'll give you the new one. It's a mixture of locals and nationals. There's 22 tracks, and you have to go to my website to get the track list to figure out who you're listening to, okay? Give you that before you leave. These are a bunch of old flyers people are dropping off. Neil Miller here and I were just discussing just the lineage. I mean, Columbia is good for a lot of things in small town. You can go to a Christmas party and draw sexual lines between everybody there, or you can take a flyer out of a big pile of flyers and play Kevin Bacon with it. Really, within 2 events, you're right next door to someone. You're like neighbors. So a lot of that shit goes away in college towns. Neil, this is something you and I talked about. There's a couple common experiences that adults have. One of them is the vinyl thing. No matter how arrogant your teenager is, at 14, if he finds your vinyl, you get about 3 or 4 months of respect out of that. He has this newfound respect for dad. So Neil, you told that story about your son taking the Miles Davis album, and that was a really funny thing. Beginning of the day, we're talking about that. Neil tells me a story. His son took Miles Davis' Sketches of Spain. That was the first album he ever took, and it kind of surprised him. So he told a mutual friend of ours, Smitty from Chump Change. He said, my son took Sketches of Spain, and it kind of surprised me. He goes, well, he must be fucking an older woman. And you said to Smitty, he goes, well, how? And he goes, well, older women use Sketches of Spain to slow a young buck down. So the day moves on, and I deal with a lot of people that day, and the Norman family rolls in, the whole tribe from both ends of things, and they're all milling around, and you're Kenny and Jane and the kids and everything. In strolls Smitty right at the end of the day. I start telling the story, and Smitty finishes the story. Older women use use Sketches of Spain to slow a young buck down. And then I locked the door. It was the end of the day. My job was done for the day.
Hell yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4. Some bass in the monitor. I woke up this morning, looked around. I thought about my baby and I laid back down. I rose water, head in the spin. Why the devil? Boosie, come on in. I'm crazy. Whoa, about the new world, man. If there's something I should know, people you run with, where that is so. Are you leaving me? Without saying goodbye, no, no, no. Never mind, never mind. You're my life.
sweet me tight. Little girl, you know, you're my life. Are you leaving me? Without saying goodbye, no, no. Oh, never mind, never mind, never mind. You're my life.
That was the punk house behind the Heidelberg. It's where the Plasma Center is now.
Okay.
Frank Stack painted it. It's where the Minutemen first played and stayed, Who's Who Do, people like that. Neil, take it easy. I'll be in touch, dude.
Thank you.
Speaking of other retail fetishes, haggling. 25 years in retail, I've never done it. I'm terrible at it, turns out, but these t-shirts, straight up haggle, man.
Okay.
I got a T-connection from Socket, and it rips. I use my website, they gave me a web builder, and I've erected some sort of website, you'll see it. I have the best beverage selection downtown, and since you're kind enough to go along with this, remind me, I owe you a beverage, definitely.
Okay.
I keep the beer behind the energy drinks on the bottom shelf, and the beer is on the honor system. Here's another example of what's going on. I had a few Mojos laying there, a good magazine from Europe that cost about 10 bucks. A guy came in, Greg Reeves from the library, he's the recorded sound librarian at Daniel Boone Library. He was on vacation, so he borrowed a couple. When he brought them back, he brought all of these because they were his, and he goes, I was gonna throw these out anyway, so now people can take them and bring them back, and whatever. I mean, that's an expensive magazine, but it really never goes out of date. And it's funny that he thought to do that, like, automatically.
Yeah, that's...
The flyers up here are from all over the place. I mean, they're from like the 70s, 80s. This is like 60s, 80s, 80s, 70s. That guy's dead. I was at that show in 75 at the Livestock Arena. And that show's not happening yet. So, and then there's all this, and I take in a lot of local stuff too, which is a real relief. And what else? I only do female artists in stores, but we have been having some parking space shows. A band sets up in that parking space out front on Saturdays at 6. We put chairs in the parking space across the street. So far it's gone pretty good. We've done 2 and the cops haven't. They've slowed, but I think it's not enough trouble.
Say the shit is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-N. 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 Promise, girl, you're right. If you let me set the moon right. I wanna be with you, gotta be with you, need to be with you. Oh, 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 oh.
matter what it is, whether it's New Age or Native American or vintage jazz or Billy Joe Shaver, there's a reason it's here. If you're wondering, I'll tell you. But what do you listen to lately anyway?
I'm all over the board. Actually, what caught my eye was your Bob Dylan window.
There's a couple things you need to really watch out for in the Dylan world. Like there's a documentary was all filmed on 8mm by one of the band members, and that's out. But some Dylan people just want anything.
That's how I've seen him 3 times. I have.
You're not camera shy, are you? Come
No,
on. Well, the producer Jimmy Steffen. Come on, Jim.
Hold on, I got some stuff in my car. I just want
All right, come on in here. Okay, where's that Dylan? That's that. 2 discs, man. I don't know if you have any travel with, but it's really, that's the best Dylan comp. We should look at this stuff over here.
Yeah, I was really.
Here's our TV on the slide.
Actually, all of those. I have all those songs somewhere. I have a computer right here. Just making sure. Yeah, that is great. Somebody did that.
Well, any of those essentials when you see them, that's Sony's little thing they do with artists. Really reliable. Sometimes in 1 disc, sometimes in 2 discs.
How about that? One of my friends was telling me about that 1975 live.
There's this thing where it's a compendium of different, like little snippet, little songs from different tours. And it's like Japanese again. It's like, there's really not a lot of when you're up against Sony. That's his label. You're really fighting. I mean, maybe online it's a little looser, but they're really strict about it. Jimmy Stepp, what's going on, dude? Good to see you the other night.
Yeah, man.
Very good. What do you got?
A couple of things.
Wait, hang on. Let me turn this down. What do you got?
This is something I got to hang on to, of course, but I didn't know if you might want to display this for a while here.
Absolutely.
A Byers with some Gail Shin graphics on it. That's my old band, Jasperilla. Around the old potbelly stove at Gladstone.
Gladstones?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta scan this. I gotta scan it. That's awesome, man. Now, that's Gail Shin.
Yeah.
That's Byers.
Yeah.
Wow. This is like gold. This is really something, man. That's really cool. Yeah, if you trust me with it for a little while, let me scan it first.
Yeah.
Well, I'll scan it before I put it out. Man, that's like I never even knew anything like that existed. That's very impressive, man.
From 1974, 75.
Yeah, you know what I might ask you to do?
Yeah.
Do a left to right on there, and so I can put it on the back and date it, who they are.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so to go, and then bottom.
Sure.
Okay,
Left
and
to
because
right.
you know that keeps coming up when people drop stuff off. And then it's 75, you said? Excellent. I keep all the new stuff over here. On the other side there. Should try out some. Yeah, I got it with the DVD, and I got it without it. It's a 5-song DVD. It's 20 with this tax included. 20 with the DVD. 17 or 16 without. Okay. Which one?
Well, let me see the one with the D. This dude up here, we're all Hickman High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still, everybody's still living? Oh,
And what'd you say what's the story on this? I kind of read it. It's kind of
yeah, that's
convoluted.
Yeah, it's like a documentary that's just. This was
it's
the
about
era
one
of
period?
Desire. Yeah, it was
Okay.
when he did right after Blood on the Tracks. He did a tour that was he kind of did a kind of a gypsy caravan thing. That's where T-Bone Burnett came up on that tour. Bob Newirth put it together. But yeah, that's one of 6 or 7 different Dylan things that are available. Maybe, but none of them are complete concert films except for that MTV Unplugged one. None of them's like a just start to finish Dylan show. even the ones that are available spottily online. So you got some time for you?
Yeah. Is it possible to do any unusual short trapping?
Yeah.
Great. I got these 3 discs that Norman Jolly's on. And I was wondering if we could put them all together
And do a package.
Do a package and sell them
Excellent
for
idea.
$10, and you take
Awesome.
whatever you want.
Awesome, man. All right, I'll bring them in at 7 and sell them for 10.
Okay. I'd put this one on the front, on the top, because that's got the Norman Jolly name. And then the others are 2 that he's all over of my blues stuff, original blues music. He kind of shares that with Curly Harper, but he does most of them. And his brother Al's on one. And on this one, he shares the record with Mo Paul, dude out of KC.
Right. You know, I'm talking about having a little, I called Norman Merritt yesterday because I want to record him down here.
Norman Merritt?
Yeah, he's just always been my favorite guitar player. You put together the best set list. Henry's just my favorite blues man. Norman's my favorite guitar player.
Lonesome, I'm a lonesome child. Lonesome, I'm a lonesome child. But every girl I know, she got to drive me wild. I wanna love you, baby. I will treat you so fine. Love you, baby. I will treat you so fine. Well, out on the road, so lonesome all the time. Tell you, babe, don't try and use me like a toy. Tell you, babe, don't try and use me like a toy. 'Cause I'm lonesome, I've been mistreated, I'm a dangerous boy. Lonesome child, lonesome, I'm a lonesome child. But every girl I know, she got to drive me wild. 'Cause I'm lonesome, I'm dangerous, been mistreated. I don't like that no more, 'cause I'm lonesome. I'm just a lonesome boy.
just a feeling, a little feeling I had on my mind. Just a feeling I had on my mind. Well, I lay down dreaming, baby, then I woke up screaming and crying. Just a dream, little dream I had last night. Just a dream, little dream I had last night. I do everything to try and please you, baby. Still, you know Henry don't do right. Just another pain, really, really hurt so bad. Just another pain, really hurt so bad. Yeah, that's a funny feeling, y'all, a man most ever had. The black night is falling, my pain coming down again. I say the black night is falling, baby, my pain coming down again. Yeah, I feel so sorry, baby. Lord knows a man needs a friend. On the guitar, Sean Hennessy. The feeling, a little feeling I had on my mind. Just a feeling I had on my mind. Well, I lay down dreaming, baby, and I woke up screaming and crying. Thank you.
Well, I'll take them in at 7. We'll sell them 10, tax included.
Okay. And what's that mean? You take them in at 7?
Well, I'll give you 7 and you want 10, and I'll put them up to 13.
Oh, okay.
What do you want? I have to pay the tax for one thing.
Well, what do you normally take for something like that?
7, and then I pay the tax, and so I'd make $2, and you'd make 7, and the government would make 1. Or
Whatever. Yeah,
70,
that sounds
so.
great. If that's
Is
good
that
for
cool?
you, man, for sure.
All right. I have to type up a little personnel list to put on these things, maybe too.
Well, sure, I could do that for you too.
No, if you want to email me anything you got on it, I'll print it up then.
Well, they didn't have you guys in the phone book either.
I know you got it. I deliberately don't.
You don't have a number here?
Off the street, no phone. A lot of the stuff's not priced. It's really a deliberate not anti-retail. This is neo-traditional retail. This is how retail used to be. Consignment, barter, honor system. I let people run tabs. That's wild. Kids really have never experienced running a tab before. And some of them are less reliable than others, but what the hell? I mean, checks bounce too, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I never
Okay,
thought
there
of
you
that.
go.
They do. All right, so how many?
Just 10
will
of
be-
each.
10?
But, you know, yeah, put them all together in a
All
package.
right, so we're gonna put them under, I'm gonna put them under you.
Sure.
2 Fs.
Yes, sir. A.N.
The we'll call them the Norman Jolly Sessions or something. I gotta have a title or something. CDs, cost, sell. Okay, what's your phone number, Jim?
I'm at 446.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to put that. And your email, can you write that there?
Sure. You sold any of these records yet?
About 20.
Excellent.
I know. It's great. Okay, so I'll just sign that there, and I'll put my email on here.
Yeah, let me figure out how to get a hold of you too.
I'm gonna write it all on here.
Okay. Oh, that's for me?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Oh, today's date is like the 29th. Yeah, just sign it down there. Alright. And it goes to the 31st of December. If I run out before then, I'll give you a call.
Sure.
And I gotta think of a way to promote these. That's kind of an interesting little package. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great combination of people you don't see.
A lot of folks on there.
You know what I'd really like from Norman is an old Jolly Brothers flyer.
Oh, wow.
I don't have anything like that here. I just thought of that. I don't have any Jolly Brothers stuff at all.
Hanging out a little, Lord, hanging out a little. It was just a one-night stand. Don't you bring it all home to me. You know what I'm doing. Please don't you tell on me. It was just a one-night stand. Hanging out a little. Oh, don't you bring it home. Don't you bring it home. Don't you bring it home to me. It was just a one-night stand. Hanging out a little league. Oh, don't you bring it home. Don't you bring it home. Don't you bring it home to me. It was just a one-night stand. Hanging out a little league.
So it's 20. Yeah, tax included.
Enough to register back.
Right up. And let me give you one of my samplers. There you go. And I list all the local shows, upcoming releases, all that stuff on it. So you can use it to, update yourself on music if you're coming back home, for example. I should have a listing of everything coming up.
And you said there's a website on here?
Yeah, I wrote it. I just
on
wrote the
there?
website.
Okay.
Right, yeah. That's all. How was the show on Saturday?
It was great. I decided to come back.
Sad?
Well,
Split the Breakfield play. The guy's dying of cancer. It was his last show across the street on Saturday. That's what we're talking about. I heard it went good though. Hey man, have a good trip.
Hey, I appreciate
Good meeting you.
Thank you.
I don't think sad. I think more sort of redemptive and sort of life affirming in a
Good.